Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share a little behind the scenes featuring some snippets from my life as a small business owner as I try to balance that with my life as a mum and my day job. This is the first time I'm trying this new video style, so there will be likely a bunch of room for improvement, but hopefully over time as I try to do these a little bit more, they will evolve and gradually get better. So, it should come as no surprise that I essentially live my life on to-do lists. If I'm organized enough, I will always try my best to have my to-do list for the day prepped and ready the night before. But trust, I'm not always consistent with that. All my mornings, regardless of what I'm doing for the day, will always start with me making breakfast for Bubs. It's a morning ritual that I never thought I would grow to love, but I really do. I love consistency in my schedule where I can afford it, and coming together as a family as we make a delicious, healthy breakfast really sets me up for the rest of the day. So on days where I have to attend my day job and it's not an office day, I try my best to get as many errands around the house done before I have to start. Often with Bubs helping me out, if he can. I think all parents can relate that pre-baby I would run the washing machine maybe once a week at most. And now in our household, it is pretty much running every single day, if not more, when an accident occurs. Unfortunately, if it's an office day for my day job, then I'm usually out the door once I finish cooking Bubby's breakfast, and I don't return home till dinner time, so those are definitely not my favorite days of the week. However, on days that I'm not working my day job, which I'll be honest are my favorite days, I'll use the time whilst Bubs is napping to either do some outstanding housework, run some errands around the house, or if all of that's done, I will try and shoot as much for social media and YouTube as possible. I really prefer using natural light if I can. No matter how many lighting setups I've had over the years with blogging and doing video creation, I still would always prefer to use natural light if weather and schedule permit. You just can't beat it. There's just this beautiful ambient soft light that I cannot recreate with any of my artificial lighting. So winding down for the evening is by far my favorite part of the day. I love being at home, I love cooking for my family, and I just love the cozy vibes. So the evening routine ticks all those boxes. Prior to becoming a parent, I was never that interested in cooking. In fact, I found it to be very time consuming and such a bother. Probably because I wasn't too focused on my health and well-being, and I was much more focused on freeing up all my time so I could do whatever I want. But my pregnancy journey really forced me to focus on my health, and now with my own family, it's important to me to make sure I'm taking care of everyone and ensuring that what we eat is as nutritious as possible. Where we can, we try to share our meals with Bubs, but sometimes that's not always possible, as we're still trying to avoid adding any salts and sugars to him. So one of my favorite go-to meals for him is congee. This meal for me is so time consuming but highly satisfying to make, as I make the stock from scratch a day ahead, and then I like to combine it with vegetables, and then I'll cook that all together with rice and the stock in my rice cooker. As that's happening, I'll pan fry some lean proteins to add in later. I like to use either beef for added iron or salmon for omega-3s. By the end of this, I usually end up with multiple serves, which freezes amazingly well for future meals when I'm short on time. As for Toby and me, well, tonight is leftover Napoli sauce that I made from scratch originally for Bubs that he completely rejected. I hand crushed the tomatoes and I created the tomato paste from a bag of tomatoes from scratch, so there's just no way we're letting all that effort go to waste. After Bub's bath and bedtime routine, I usually have anywhere between 3 to 4 hours in the evening of pure focus time. The time varies depending on how much sleep I want to get. I don't really have a standard schedule in the evening. I mostly just have a couple goals I hope to achieve, whether it's something to do with happy clouding or YouTube, or catching up on stuff with my day job, or just general life admin. However, this evening I will be neck deep in happy clouding work. Since I don't cut stickers during the day, I have to make sure that my silhouettes are essentially running all the time at night so I can maximize my sticker production and not be delayed with orders. And if you've ever owned a silhouette, then you'll know the sound it makes is pretty horrible. After a few hours of listening to them, I feel like I am going insane. As that happens, I'll usually go ahead and cut out the sticker sheets that were previously die cut by the silhouettes the last few nights. So you may be wondering, why don't I use the silhouettes to cut out the entire sticker sheet as well? And actually, I kind of do. I use the machines to die cut around the sticker sheet so I know where to cut. And I always prefer to cut out the sticker sheets manually because I don't want to dull the expensive blades that the silhouette machines use. It's still probably not the best use of time, but for now I'm happy with this process, and one of the things I really enjoy about running the sticker shop is looking for ways to optimize and improve the overall process. So admittedly, there is something really satisfying about cutting stuff by hand. I think because it's a nice excuse for me to put on some of my favorite YouTube videos and marathon a few of them, since both my hands are occupied so I can't do much else. Plus at the moment Bubs is not doing any screen time, so I don't really get a chance to watch anything during the day anymore. That's part of why I love planners and crafting. It's something creative that keeps my hands busy, but it also allows me to multitask with something else. I'm not very good at focusing at just one thing at a time, if you couldn't already tell with my multitude of different YouTube channels. So being in a position where I feel productive but I'm still keeping myself entertained is kind of my favorite thing to do in the evenings. Getting orders out ASAP is top priority for me when it comes to happy clouding. Because it is a side business, it's not my main job, nor is it my top priority because my family is my top priority. It doesn't always get prioritized, and sometimes can be kind of pushed aside at the end of a long, tiring day. However, making sure at the very least the orders get dispatched remains pretty high priority. There are a ton of tips I've picked up running this e-commerce store for many years now, which I'm happy to delve into more if anyone is interested. But one of the most important things I've learned is that customers want their order yesterday. Unfortunately, I can't control the shipping time it takes, but I can control the dispatch time. So even though I've set in my store that it can take up to a week to dispatch, I work super hard to try and turn it around within 24 hours if I can. It's often not possible, as you can imagine, for a number of reasons, but it's something I keep trying to strive for. By around 11 p.m, I like to wind down the evening with some computer work, which may seem really counterintuitive to quality sleep. And everything I've read is to avoid screen time an hour or two before going to bed. To be honest, especially as we're still in the baby toddler phase of parenthood, a lot of self-care activities I used to indulge in have completely gone out the window. Quality sleep is unfortunately one of them. Bubs still on random nights will still wake up during the night, so I always assume my sleep will be disrupted anyways, and so I make the most of my own wake window, which is to get as much work done as possible. This evening, I'm designing a sticker release that is likely already out. This is the tulip kit that was released a little while back. I'll link the kit down below if you're interested. Designing stickers can be both fun and laborious at the same time. There are elements of it I really love doing, which is usually the more creative parts, but then there are the more, I'd say, administrative parts that I need to do for all sticker releases, like creating the actual listing. Again, if that's something you'd like me to get more into, then let me know. I'm still trying to work out what sort of happy clouding content I can create that everyone would be interested in. I also always test every sticker design in person to make sure the colors look right when printed. Sometimes things look great on the screen, but then when you print it, it looks weird. New releases can be super time consuming, and it often takes me a couple days to get them right. But I'm low-key really happy that despite that, I've been able to maintain such a regular release schedule over the last 7 to 8 months. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was a little awkward. I haven't done a voiceover in a really long time, and this new format is definitely a new learning curve for me. But I'm excited to do more of these type of videos and just explore other topics I can cover, so let me know what you guys think. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, Internet.